One of the main reasons why I wanted to purchase a freeze dryer is the ability to have long-term shelf-stable meats and proteins. One thing that I feel that is definitely lacking from those pre-packaged food supply companies that you can buy like your supplies of food from is quality, delicious protein. Did you know that in your freeze dryer, you can freeze dry raw meat? In today's video, I'm going to show you the step-by-step process, how to freeze dry some raw meat, something I have not done on this channel yet. I'm going to show you how I prepare everything and the before and after at the end of the video. I will also be showing you how to rehydrate your freeze-dried meat and how it looks compared to a fresh pork chop versus a freeze-dried, rehydrated pork chop. I'm going to cook them both up and do a little taste test to see if I can see if there's any differences between the two. I went to Costco and purchased just a big package of pre-sliced pork chops. And now I am going to take you to yesterday where I prepared them for my freeze dryer trays. Enjoy. This here is the pork that I purchased from Costco. You can see I got a total of 7 and almost a half pounds of pork chops. So this entire thing could easily fit on my freeze dryer trays. I'm going to set some aside to cook fresh, and the rest I'm going to try to pile on my trays and see how that fits. I am just going to lay these out on my trays, and then I'm going to get my tray stackers so I can stack these up and then get them into the freezer. I'm going to pre-freeze this pork so that I have a faster freeze drying run in my actual freeze dryer. So here we go. This pork fit perfectly on my trays with room to spare. So I'm gonna go get my tray stackers and show you how we stack these up. Here's all of our pork stacked up on my trays. I'm just gonna load this into the freezer, get it pre-frozen for about 24 hours. And then tomorrow I will load these into the freeze dryer and we will show you all of the settings and that when we get to it. Okay, I found a spot. We're gonna slide these guys in. I just have it setting in there like that. And good night. I am here at my freeze dryer. I'm going to show you the settings I am going to use for today's run. It's going to be mostly standard, but because my meat is already frozen, I am just taking the initial freeze down to 0, and I am not going to do an extra freeze time. It's just not going to need it. I still like to keep my dry time a high amount of hours. I have it set for 7. This is just for if it ends in the night or something, it'll just keep drying in here, and a longer drying time is not gonna hurt your food. That's just what I like to do. So I'm gonna hit save and I'm gonna hit start. And then we wait 15 minutes before loading up our trays. While that's cooling, I am just gonna head over to my freezer where my pork chops are. Here they are, nice and frozen. Now ideally I would have these covered, but I don't have any tray covers yet for my freeze drying trays. Okay, that made my hands cold. We are just gonna wait for our 15 minutes to finish here, and then I am going to load these babies up. Our 15 minutes is up in our cooling phase, so now I can load up the trays into the dryer. While I am loading these, I want to let you know that I am an affiliate with Harvest Right Freeze Dryers. If you are interested in buying a freeze dryer, or if you have one and you need to purchase accessories for your freeze dryer, I have a custom shopping link that I will have in the description below this video. If you click on my link, it'll take you directly to the Harvest Right website, and that is where you can shop It's basically like shopping under my name, and I do earn a small commission for any purchases that you make using my link. And I so appreciate any of you who choose to do that. It helps support me and this channel and my ability to make videos for you guys. So just keep that in mind. Again, it's linked in the description below. And these are almost ready to get freezing. I'm just gonna close the door. You wanna make sure it clicks into place. We are gonna hit continue. And that's all we gotta do. I expect that this will get done sometime tomorrow. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow with an update on how our freeze-dried raw pork is looking. Hello, welcome back. It is the next day. My pork, I think, is ready to come out of the freeze dryer. I will show you. It has been in for 25 hours. It has actually completed that full extra dry time cycle. So I am going to pull these out, make sure that they are indeed dried, and go from there. So to get these out, I need to open the drain valve, which I will do right here. I do have something going in my freeze dryer right after this, so I am just going to hit no defrost. And it's ready for me to load my next batch in. Here is all of the pork. I am going to show you how I'm going to package these up in my Mylar bags, and then we're going to hold a few aside to rehydrate and cook up and see if it tastes the same as the fresh ones do. The way I'm going to package these are just in my Harvest Right Mylar bags, oxygen absorber inside, and I'm going to heat seal it shut. I'm just going to try to fit about 8 per bag so that it's about a size for what like our family would eat at a family meal, and see how far that goes. Just like that, I've got it all packaged up. I ended up with 5 bags of pork chops, so that is awesome. Excited to get this on my food storage shelves. I do want to ask if any of you have good tips on organizing food storage. I would love to know any advice, tips, any type of storage bins that you have found that have been nice to help organize your pantry shelves in your food storage closets, or however you have it set up. I like my setup I have over here for my candy, but I just don't feel like these trays are quite big enough for like my big bags that I have. And my food storage little closet that I have is fairly unorganized. So if any of you are good organizers, I would take any tips that you have for organizing this stuff, because that will be another project I need to tackle soon as I get more and more things freeze dried. I'm just gonna write down on here that I've got pork chops in it. Always remember when you are packaging up meats to label if the meat is cooked or raw. I will be putting that these are raw pork chops so that when I go to use them, I know they need to be cooked still. Here's proof of my unorganized shelf. I want to get this whole area filled with freeze-dried foods, and I need to get it organized. So we will just get those there for now and say goodbye. I'll come back to that project. So I've got my 2 freeze-dried pork chops here that I am going to rehydrate, and we are going to compare them to the fresh raw pork chops is what I'm trying to say, that I have in the fridge. We're gonna cook them up, see if there's any differences that way too. So this should be fun. Welcome back. I am here in my kitchen and I am ready to rehydrate the freeze-dried pork chops. Here are my fresh ones. I'm gonna get these out of the bag so we can compare the two, but let me show you how I'm gonna rehydrate these. I am simply just gonna toss these into the water and let them sit.
I got both of these in here. I'm just gonna let them sit for about 10 minutes and then come back and check to see if they seem like they are fully rehydrated. I'm just gonna get these guys opened so that we can do the little comparison test to see how big of a difference the freeze-dried rehydrated pork chop is compared to just the normal fresh. I'm just gonna set these here on my cutting board. If you have a favorite way that you cook pork chops, please let me know. This isn't my favorite type of meat to cook with, but it is super versatile and it's something that my kids will actually eat, which is great. But if you got an awesome way that you like cooking them that tastes great, I would love to know. For this video, I am just going to put a little bit of seasoning on them and just cook them on a pan on my stove. I just want to get the feel for how they cook up for the fresh one versus the raw one. This isn't going to be any fancy recipe or anything, but if you got a suggestion, I will be happy to do that next time. I'm ready to pull these. These have been sitting in this water for probably about 7 minutes, not even 10. And they feel to me like they are fully rehydrated. So here's the difference. These two definitely have the more fresh color to them. You can see the color difference of the two, but the feel and the texture feels the same. And I honestly think this color change is just because of the freezing. You know how things get like lighter when you freeze them? That's it. But like you can see it is just as, I'm sorry, this looks so disgusting just playing with raw meat, but it's permeable, it moves, it's moist, feels like you could eat it just the same as this. So next we're just gonna cook these both up and see if there's a taste difference. And I am keeping my hands clean throughout this whole process. Anytime I have handled the meat, I come and wash my hands before I do anything else. So we're keeping it sanitary around here. So here are my pork chops that I'm just gonna cook up. I've salt, peppered, garlic powder is all I've done. I'm just gonna spray my pan with some avocado oil and get these on. These turned out awesome. You literally cannot tell the difference between the freeze-dried ones and the ones that were not freeze-dried once they are cooked. We will now see if there's a taste difference between the two. What time is it, Wesley? Okay, thanks for the screen. Not. This little guy here wants to help me taste the pork chops, so let's see how they turned out. Okay. These two pork chops on this side are the ones that were freeze-dried. These two are the regular fresh. Don't make that noise. So we're just gonna cut up some bites. I'll get you a smaller bite. Okay, here's your bite, Wes. Here's mine. 1, 2, 3. That's good. Mm-hmm. Tastes great. Tastes just like a regular pork chop. Now we're gonna compare it to the fresh one to see if there is an actual difference. Okay. There's yours. Here's mine. Grab it. 1, 2, 3. Mmm. Thumbs up. Okay. These actually taste so good. So if you want a simple, easy pork chop recipe, all I did was cook it in salt, pepper, garlic powder, and the avocado oil on the frying pan. And man, these really do taste good. I cannot taste much of a difference between the original and the freeze-dried. I would say maybe the freeze-dried tastes a smidge bit drier. And I think if I would have just left it in the water a little bit longer, maybe 15 minutes, that probably would solve that issue. But I'm gonna take another bite from the middle. It still tastes normal, delicious, meaty. It's great. I am now super excited to have this in my food storage. There are many, many nights during the week when I need to make dinner and I realize I have like nothing to make. I now can just run to my basement, grab a bag of pork chops, toss them in some water, and they're ready to go. I've got some fresh meat that I can make for the family. So that is awesome. Definitely recommend freeze drying meat this way. If you want an Alaska backyard update of the snow, it's definitely melted so much off of our mountain back there. Our backyard is starting to get some empty spots where we can actually see the grass. So that's awesome. That means summer is coming, which this guy is super excited about, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this video. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. Happy to chat with you guys there. I love doing that. If you liked it, hit that thumbs up button. That helps promote my channel, helps us be able to reach out to more freeze drying people so that we can share all of this fun stuff with more people, which would be amazing. I also have a fun little announcement. I was able to get my Amazon links working. So I have linked in the video description my freeze dryer accessories that I have purchased from Amazon that I use with my freeze dryer almost every single time I use it. Those are down in the video description below. You can click on the link to the item that I use and it'll take you right to Amazon and you can check out if it's something that you're interested in purchasing. I have only linked things that I have actually used and tried out. I'm hoping to get more things so that I have more accessories to show you guys and to show you the things that I think work good and the things that aren't so great. So there's that. If you check out the description, you'll be able to find all of that information. If you're not already subscribing, hit that subscribe button. You will be able to be notified when all of my new videos come out and you can see all the fun things that we are doing here at DIY Freeze Dry. I will catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.